Piers asked me if I thought Jeffrey Epstein was an Israeli Mossad agent. I said, absolutely, positively, yes. And General Yatom, he sat there like this the whole show. He just goes, oh. And then Dershowitz is like, I object to that. And constantly interrupting. It's not my nature to interrupt. Or if I do, I apologize for interrupting. Finally, Piers told him, will you just shut your mouth and let the man answer the question? So I said, look, the Israelis have always spied on the United States deeply. I said, on my very first day at the CIA, where all the new hires, we're sitting in the CIA auditorium called the Bubble, and we're getting briefed by like the head of insurance and the head of this and the head of that, and this is how you fill out your time card, and this is how you pick your health insurance, and the head of security came to brief us. And he said, the most important thing that we're going to need to consider is the issue of counterintelligence. There are enemies behind every bush, and they all want to know what we're working on and what we know about them. We have to protect ourselves. So he said, rule number one, there's a steakhouse right down the road. It's the nearest restaurant to the CIA's headquarters. Don't ever go in that restaurant. Why? Because the KGB thinks that we all eat at that restaurant. So any time of the day or night, everybody in that restaurant is a KGB agent waiting for the CIA guy to come in and who forgot to take his badge off, right?
Yeah.
Don't ever go in that restaurant. Secondly, he said, even our friends spy on us. He said, many of you will come into contact with the 2 Israeli intelligence officers who are based at the Israeli embassy in Washington. There's a representative from Mossad and a representative from Shin Bet. He said, the FBI has been able to identify 187 undeclared Israeli Mossad agents spread all across the United States, spying on our defense contractors to steal our defense secrets. Now, we give the Israelis 99% of what we have. They want to steal that last 1%. There's a famous story when we built the F-35. We said to them, look, we developed this new fighter jet. It's stealth. It's this. It's that. It's amazing. Everybody's going to get it. It's the F-35. They said, we want it. We said, great. We're going to give it to you. We're going to call it the F-35I for Israel. And we're going to just very slightly degrade the avionics. So God forbid if it's shot down by the Iranians or the Syrians or the Russians and they get the avionics, they won't be able to duplicate it. They said, no. We want the F-35 with the avionics. We said, no. Okay, so they're trying to steal the avionics. At the same time, the UAE came to us and said, hey, we want that F-35. And we said, great, we're going to give it to you. We're going to call it the F-35E, E for Emirates. And we're going to slightly degrade the avionics. So God forbid, if the Iranians shoot it down, they can't get it and reverse engineer it. They said, fine, no problem. But the Israelis are here to steal the avionics.
That's one thing I never was able to comprehend. I mean, such a friendly nation who shares intelligence on a constant basis. Not them, us.
Oh, yes. You're 100% right. Yes.
Constantly, all the time.
Right.
And we sell all types of weapons to Israel, and that's why it's such a small country.
Right.
But yet so powerful, right?
Yeah.
Why still try to steal secrets?
Because
why still have these agents?
The Israelis truly believe that they're alone in the world.
Really?
They truly believe it.
So that's their culture, that's their psychology.
It is. Yes to both.
Trust nobody but themselves. Tell us the story about when the CIA stopped accepting gifts from.
Yeah, when my very first liaison briefing was very early 1990. I was brand new. I had only been in the CIA for 3 or 4 months. And my boss said, hey, you're going to do your first liaison briefing. Now, when you're in the Directorate of Intelligence, you're declared to a whole bunch of foreign intelligence services, especially when you work on an enemy country like Iraq, like I did. So, most people go through their entire 30-year careers and they're declared to 2 or 3, 4 or 5 foreign intelligence services where the CIA says to the head of the other intelligence service, this is my guy. He's a CIA officer. Okay, so you're declared. They know you're a CIA officer because you told them you are.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Israelis would come to headquarters for their briefings. We call them intelligence exchanges. And they would always bring gifts, right? But the gifts would always have listening devices embedded in them with batteries. Like they brought this big seal of the CIA. Oh, we made this beautiful seal of the CIA as a gift for you. You should put it in the director's conference room. And it's completely embedded with microphones and batteries. And we're like, guys, you got to stop doing this. You can't do this. It got to the point where...
What's their response when you bluntly say, hey?
Well, you can't blame us for trying. It's not funny.
There's no consequence.
No, because then they're going to go to the Washington Post and say, the CIA is being mean to us. And then Congress is going to get involved. Say, what's the matter with you?
Do you think, with certainty, you said Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent working here in the U.S. as a sleeper cell or whatever they call it.
I believe he was an access agent, which is a very specific kind of access.
Right? Is that what it means, an access agent? When you have one directorate, you have to complete this task?
No. What it means is, let's say you're the head of Mossad, and you want to know exactly what's going on in Bill Clinton's mind, or Prince Andrew, or Bill Gates, or any of these other people. You're not going to recruit Bill Clinton. He's not going to take your money and then report back to you like, behind the 7-Eleven at 11 o'clock at night. So you do the next best thing. You recruit an agent who's friends with Bill Clinton or who can become friends with Bill Clinton.
So you tell me he wasn't an agent. He became one. He was recruited to become an agent.
Of course.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So initially, speaking of Ghislaine Maxwell, her dad being a Mossad agent.
I wouldn't be surprised if her dad said to Mossad, listen, my daughter's friendly with this guy. You might want to take a look at him.
I see. And do you think that shapes foreign policy?
100%. Yes.
To have these compromise at these types of people of, this caliber, this level. And we're not even sure if they have anything on Trump. And that's why Trump just like this attacks Iran without a question, right?
Yep.
Is that a possibility?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Trump will say that Netanyahu came, asked him to bomb Iran. He said no. This time Netanyahu said, if you don't, we're going to use nuclear weapons. So Trump did the right thing. He did the friendly thing of bombing them with non-nuclear weapons. So he actually saved a lot of Iranian lives. That's what he wants the storyline to be. We have no idea what the truth is.
You spoke of conspiracy theorists. The recent Charlie Kirk assassination. Do you think in any way, shape, or form this was planned by, I don't know, a foreign government or a group, a deep state of people to just make sure his voice is not heard anymore because he was changing hearts, minds, and souls. He was changing the culture of America.
It's certainly possible. Listen, I'm the least conspiracy-minded person that you will encounter.
Okay.
99.9% of the time, what you see is what you get.
Really?
Yeah. There are so many moving parts in a conspiracy. And most of these organizations that we're talking about, CIA, FBI, Mossad, they are such big, slow, lumbering bureaucracies full of a lot of stupid people.
I can see they get caught.
Yeah, they get caught. That for everything to just hum perfectly and never be revealed and nobody ever leaks.
Could it be outside sources, outside people, outside entities?
It could be a compartmentalized operation where, so few people know about the operation that they could pull it off.
What is the one conspiracy you believe in?
what's the one conspiracy that I believe in? I believe that elements of the CIA were involved in the killing of John Kennedy. I believe elements of the Israeli government were involved in the killing of John Kennedy.
Really?
I do.
Again, the Israelis.
Uh-huh.
Which part, which element puts it together?
I was waiting for the president to declassify all of the remaining JFK documents, right?
Yes.
He said he did.
Uh-huh.
He didn't.
Not all of it, yeah.
No. There's still several thousand pages, and I'm told that they point directly at the Israelis.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What would be the benefit of
they
them
had
taking
specifically asked Kennedy for nuclear technology to build a bomb, and he said that he would never give them nuclear technology to build a bomb.
And at the time, Kennedy wanted to inspect Israeli nuclear sites.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And I mean, and we did. We went there. We inspected it, just like we did in Iran, right?
And
Same
Iraq,
way.
both.
And Iraq, yeah. And
you put lead seals, you put cameras, you have spot inspections. The system works.
Yeah. And of course, we never found any, but we all know that Israel has numerous nuclear weapons.
Yeah. In fact, on that Piers Morgan show, I told a little story about a friend of mine who retired from the CIA and started writing books, just pumping out books, 1 or 2 a year. And he's a brilliant writer. And the books are on these really obscure foreign policy issues, like U.S. relations with India during the Kennedy administration, or U.S. relations with Saudi Arabia during the Franklin Roosevelt administration. I love them, but he probably sold 10 or 15 copies. Anyway, he wrote this book about the history of nuclear weapons. It was like a short history of nuclear weapons. And we always, everything we write, we have to send to the CIA for clearance by the Publications Review Board. They sent back his manuscript, and it only had 3 words blacked out. Israeli nuclear program.
That's it.
And he said, it's not our secret. Like, we don't have classification authority over the Israeli nuclear program. It's not up to us to protect the secrecy of Israel's nuclear program.